What if I told you one of America's richest billionaires bikes through Chicago in a hoodie, and most people have no clue who he is? His name is Lukas Walton, worth over $15 billion. But instead of Bentleys or Rolexes, he lives like he's broke, on purpose. This quiet, hidden lifestyle is often called stealth wealth, where rich people live simply, invest wisely, and avoid lifestyle inflation. He doesn't do it out of necessity. He does it because it fits his values. Across the world, many millionaires and billionaires are living like they're poor, on purpose. They skip designer brands, eat at simple restaurants, and even live in regular homes. To most people, it makes no sense. If you have all that money, why not enjoy it? But there's a reason behind it, and it's not just about saving money. It's about something much deeper, something that might just change the way you think about success. Living simply isn't a new idea for rich people. Over 100 years ago, Hetty was known as the richest woman in America. But she wore the same old black dress every day and argued with shopkeepers over pennies. People called her the Witch of Wall Street because of her extreme money habits, but she died with over $100 million in today's money. Then there's Scheiber. She worked for the IRS, never married, and lived in a tiny apartment. She ate cheap meals and didn't travel. But quietly, she invested her small salary into stocks. By the time she died in 1995, she had over $22 million and gave it all to help poor students go to college. Her quiet financial freedom story remains one of the most inspiring ever told. These women proved something important. Living below your means isn't just smart, it can be powerful. And their quiet, careful ways still inspire today's billionaires to live more simply, on purpose. Today's rich people aren't just living simply to save money. They're doing it with a bigger purpose. Take Lukas Walton again. He's not just riding a bike because it's cheap. He does it because he cares about the planet. He wants to live a life that matches his values: clean energy, healthy food, and protecting nature. Instead of spending money on flashy things, he puts billions into causes he believes in, like fighting climate change and helping farmers. This is the new kind of frugality. It's not about being cheap. It's about choosing where your money goes and where it doesn't. For many wealthy people today, living small lets them make a bigger difference. They call it intentional living. That means cutting out the noise, the clutter, and the pressure to show off. It means spending less on status and more on impact. In a world full of people trying to look rich, these billionaires are doing the opposite. And here's the twist. By living like they're poor, they often feel richer. Less stress, more control, more freedom. This isn't just a money trick. It's a mindset shift. And it's catching on, even outside the billionaire world. These aren't isolated cases. Let's look at how some of the wealthiest people in the world practice stealth wealth in real life. Some of today's richest people choose modest lives, and it shows just how powerful that choice can be. Mark Zuckerberg, the Meta founder, wears his trademark hoodie, t-shirt, and jeans every day. He drives a standard Volkswagen GTI with manual transmission, even though he could easily afford a luxury car or a Ferrari. He even had a low-key backyard wedding and once grabbed McDonald's during his honeymoon with Priscilla Chan. Warren Buffett, known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett still lives in the same modest house he bought for $31,500 in 1958. He eats Cokes and cheeseburgers, drives a sensible Cadillac, and says he doesn't need more Charlie Urgin. The Dish Network billionaire carries a simple brown bag lunch of sandwich and Gatorade every day. He shares hotel rooms with work colleagues and avoids fancy furniture, saying, "I don't have a mahogany desk." His mother's Depression-era upbringing set his tone. His office furniture? Second-hand couches. Azim Premji, known as the bare-bones billionaire, India's tech leader, flies coach, drives second-hand cars, stays at corporate guest houses, and even tracks toilet paper use in his offices. And here's a fresh, surprising story from today's world. Marcus White, a British millionaire, lives on just £200 a week, even though he earns around £145,000 a year and owns assets worth over £2 million. Marcus heats his home by burning recycled pallets, grows his own vegetables, shares a van, and even urinates in his garden to save toilet water. His version of downsizing to save money includes creative choices that reflect his deep commitment to low-impact, values-based living. His choice isn't about money, It's about rejecting waste and staying true to his values. What unites them? They choose simplicity not out of need, but as a choice. They reject flashy displays, stay grounded, and often redirect their resources into work, causes, and sustainable living. Their actions send a message. Real wealth isn't in what you buy, it's in what you give back. This new wave of frugal living is less about penny pinching and more about purpose. It proves living small can lead to living large in impact. Many rich people don't live simply because they have to. They do it because it makes their lives better in ways money can't. Some, like Charlie Ergen or Warren Buffett, grew up during hard times or with parents who taught them the value of every dollar. That early lesson stuck with them. They saw that happiness doesn't come from spending money. It comes from living with meaning and purpose. Others, like Mark Zuckerberg or Lukas Walton, avoid flashy living so they can stay focused. Zuckerberg wears the same type of clothes every day to avoid decision stress. Lukas bikes and eats local to protect the planet, not to save cash. Frugal living also gives them peace. They don't feel pressure to impress anyone. They don't worry about keeping up with trends or buying the latest car. That frees up time and energy for what really matters: family, work, and helping others. Most importantly, many of them use their savings to do good. Instead of buying things they don't need, they invest in big ideas: clean energy, education, and health. In the end, they choose this life because it's not just about being rich. It's about being fulfilled. Living simply when you're rich isn't just about saving money. For many wealthy people, it's part of a bigger, smarter plan. One idea is called the minimal luxury paradox. This means some rich people don't spend money on big, showy things, but they still enjoy luxury in quiet ways. For example, Mark Zuckerberg might wear a plain t-shirt, but he also owns private land in Hawaii where he grows his own food and surfs in peace. It's not about flash, it's about freedom and joy. Another reason is credibility. When billionaires live like regular people, they build trust with the public and their teams. If a CEO drives an old car or eats in the same cafe as their staff, people respect them more. Then there's impact. Many wealthy people live simply so they can give more, whether to charity, the environment, or future generations. Lukas Walton does this by investing in clean farming and ocean projects. And finally, there's clarity. Having less stuff helps them focus better. Fewer choices, less stress. So, while some people chase wealth to live big, these people do the opposite. They live small, on purpose, so they can think bigger, give more, and live better. Living like you're poor, on purpose, is becoming more popular, especially after the pandemic. Many wealthy people realized they didn't need fancy things to feel happy. Instead, they started focusing on health, freedom, and purpose. Today, more billionaires are putting their money into impact investing, supporting businesses that help the planet and people. Lukas Walton, for example, is using over $15 billion to fund clean energy, sustainable farming, and ocean protection. At the same time, public trust in flashy wealth is shrinking. People are more impressed by generosity and humility than gold watches or yachts. Frugal living also helps the environment, which makes it even more important in a world facing climate change. Social media has played a role, too. Now we can see behind the scenes of wealthy lives, and more people are inspired by those who stay grounded and give back. This trend shows no signs of slowing down. You don't need millions to live like the rich who live simply. Here are some easy ways to copy their smart habits. Wear simple clothes. Try a small set of outfits that you love. It saves time and money, like Mark Zuckerberg does. Eat at home. Pack your lunch or cook more. It's healthier and cheaper. Buy used, not new. From cars to furniture, secondhand items can be just as good. Cut decision stress. Use routines for everyday choices. What to wear, what to eat, how to spend. Think long-term. Spend less now so you can invest in your future, just like Warren Buffett did. Give back. Use extra money to help others, support causes, or build something meaningful. Living simply doesn't mean living without joy. It means living with purpose. And anyone, rich or not, can start today. Real wealth isn't about more stuff. It's about more peace, more purpose, more power to choose. In the end, living simply can make you feel rich in ways money can't. It's not about looking wealthy. It's about living wisely. Want to learn how real people are building quiet wealth and achieving financial success? Then watch this video next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.